Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a little video on a lighting overhaul for the 4Runner. This isn't necessarily going to be a how-to guide or a walkthrough or anything, but just a quick little video on some of the stuff I'm installing today. I'll check in along the major points of the install. At the end of this video, I'm going to be doing a comparison of the stock versus upgraded light setup. So stick around if you want to see that. Let's get right into it. Before we get into the install, let me just go over everything that I have here that I'm going to be putting on. I have some vanity lights. I believe these are brighter than the ones I have in there. We'll find out. They're definitely nicer because the original lights I had were all a very cheap Amazon package, so this should be a little better. Then I have some license plate lights. These things completely unnecessary, but I needed them to meet the spend requirement to get this set for free. So this is SS3 Sports in white with the amber backlight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. I'm either going to sell them, give them away, something like that. Those I'm setting to the side though. The real ones I'll be installing will be these ones, which are the SS3 Pros for ditch lights. And then I got the SS3 Max for fog lights. I ordered all of this directly from Diode Dynamics, so it came with all of the necessary stuff to install, like wiring harnesses and the ditch brackets and everything. And the last thing I'll be installing is these turn signals. These are just 4Runner Lifestyle ones. I think they're relatively cheap in the world of turn signals, but should help me get rid of this little bit of chrome. And yeah, figured I'd throw that in. I'm probably going to be splitting this up into a couple different days, but the main goal for today is going to be ditch lights, fog lights, and if it's going good, I'll do the other stuff. But if you see me in different clothes, that's why. The first thing I'm going to install are going to be the fog lights. I think these should be the easiest. They're pretty much plug and play. All I have to do for the fog lights is reach up into that, unscrew them, and put the new ones in. But as far as wiring, they are basically plug and play. On this side, I'll have to move the fender liner a little bit, but there's no plastic cover on this one, so it should be even easier once I get this out of the way. So I'm going to start by getting everything out of my way, and then I'll check back in. Went ahead and pulled out one of the fogs. It's literally just 2 screws right there, and then it pulls out, and you just unclip the little plug. Super simple. Quick little update. Went ahead and put them in. It's super easy. It's just 2 screws on each side. You just have to install the bracket and make sure you do it the right way. So you just gotta make sure you install the bracket in the right orientation. Let me try to focus this. So you wanna make sure the clip is at the bottom, and then each bracket has a LH and an RH for right hand, left hand. So just make sure you put it on the right side. But the clip is oriented towards the bottom. That'll help you figure it out. Instructions are online and they're super simple. The most complicated part of this install will likely be the tapping into wires, which still should be very simple, but I struggled putting the brackets on the right way, so we'll go ahead, do this. All I should have to do is use these T-taps into a DRL fuse, a DRL wire, then I'll be good to go. I got the backlights wired up. It was way more confusing than I thought, trying to figure out which wire to tap into. I ended up going off of that wire up there. I'll point to it with the end of this. Roughly at the end of that light, that little red cable. There's a brown clip up there with a green wire and a white wire. Sorry, it's hard to show. But it has a green wire and a white wire, and I just tapped into the green wire. And that makes it so, let me show you. The backlights. Okay, so first we're going to do headlights on, fog lights on, and we have both fogs on. And then if I switch to the parking light mode, I have the backlights on with just the parking lights. I have no idea if that's how I'm going to keep it or not. But for now, it works. I don't know if they'll turn on with the daytime running lights on or anything, but we will see in the morning. It's hard to mess with the daytime running lights because there's a sensor, and I think they're off because of how dark it is, so they won't even turn on when I put them on. I also don't know if it has to be in drive or anything, so yeah. For now, tapped into the parking brake sensor. Worst case, I can change that later. I'll just buy 2 more T-taps. What is up? It's the next day. As you just saw, I installed the fogs last night and got the ditch lights mounted. Today I'm going to go ahead, wire up the ditch lights, and then hopefully do the turn signals as well. In between the videos I did install the vanity lights and the license plate lights, but those were just extra. I don't really care about those, but just in case you're wondering where those went, they are installed. But I'm going to go ahead and lay out this wiring a little bit and kind of figure out how I'm going to do it, and then I'll check back in. Skipped a few steps. These are installed now. I just need to do some zip tie wire management. I don't have zip ties, so the kit comes with them, but I put them on before routing and had to cut them to reroute them. And I forgot to prepare and buy zip ties ahead of time, so I'll have to zip tie this to the bracket to clean it up a tiny bit better. But I did use some big reusable zip ties that don't fit the brackets that I had laying around. I used that to route the wire across. And then over here, if you could see it, that is the switch wire. The loom covering for it did not fit through the gasket down there, so, but for me this is a, before I add any more lights I will add a switch panel, so I'm not too worried about it getting messy, because if I add more lights, like I said, I'll have a switch panel. So, but I routed the wire across, and then all of the excess is tucked up under these. The relay is just hanging at the moment, but I'm going to get a M8 bolt and screw it into one of those holes. I have M8 bolts, they're just way too long. So, but yeah, got it all powered up. Let me show you the switch real quick. This is a temporary solution until a new one comes in the mail. I am going to order the one that has ditch light up top and then backlight on the bottom. So 2 separate buttons and 1 switch. But for now, I just stuck the one that comes with the diode dynamics in there. And it stays good enough to actually use and turn on and off, so works for me as a temporary solution. And it doesn't look great, but it also doesn't look terrible. So let's go ahead, take this thing out in the dark, and I'll show you the before. Well, I already recorded the before, but we'll do before and after comparison. Real quick before I do the comparison, I said I was going to do the mirror here as well, or yeah, the turn signal. I'm going to do that on my own time. It feels pretty pointless to add to this video. It's not diode dynamic, so I'm going to leave this video to diode dynamic lighting only, and then I'm just going to put those on my free time because I don't feel like that is important. So yeah, let's go ahead, do the after video, and then I'll do the before and after comparison so you guys can check it out. This right here is stock low beams only. And then add in the fogs. Kind of wanted to do a quick before I install anything just to show you guys. So trying to do a relatively realistic view here. So fogs off, low beams, fogs on, and I'll drive down this little straightaway part real quick. Fogs are off right now. Fogs are on. This is roughly the view that I have in here, minus all the dash lights. Those are the brights, just for reference. All of my bulbs are factory. Nothing changed on them whatsoever. This right here is the stock low beams. Factory high beams. I have a 2019 Off-Road Premium, so. And then we have the SS3 Max fog lights with the low beams. And then we add in the SS3 Pro ditch lights. Sorry, it's having a hard time focus. So it lights up that whole area significantly. So once again, ditch lights and fogs, just the ditch lights with no headlights. I have them pointed off to the side and down a little bit. Turn those off. Backlight obviously does nothing. And then back to the fogs. Ditch light. Not too bad. Definitely a significant improvement over the factory lighting. Hey everyone, it is me from the future. I went to edit my video and realized the outro had no audio, so I'm filming this on my phone real quick just to get it up there. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. This wasn't exactly a how-to, but more so just kind of me filming the process. There's a ton of videos out there on this kind of thing, but a lot of the comparison videos didn't show exactly what I wanted. So hopefully mine was a little bit different and could help you out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.